For many cyclists, one of the most exciting biking challenges is Rafa's Festive 500. Bikers are tasked to cover 500 kilometers of bike ride from Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve. For many cyclists, one of the most exciting biking challenges is Rafa's Festive 500. Bikers are tasked to cover 500 kilometers of bike ride from Christmas Eve to New Year's Eve. It doesn't matter how you ride or where you do it, as long as you finish the needed distance in 8 days. We'll be joined by cyclists who completed the Festive 500 last year. They will share how they did it and the interesting things that happened. This is Lester Babiera, and you are listening to Tambike Session, an Anima podcast. I'm with Bogart Amara and Ali Alvarez, two incredible cyclists with many festive 500 stories to tell. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing good. Okay lang naman.
Hi, yeah, I'm good.
And thank you for accepting my invitation to tell your festive 500 stories.
Thank you too. I appreciate.
Yeah, excited ako magkwento naman. So, G lang, tara.
Can you share what you did to complete the festive 500 last year?
When I started my Festive 500, I planned it out in a way na as much as possible, I'll try to ride with as much group of friends as possible. So parang hinati-hati ko per day. Although it's gonna be as productive as possible. So yung first day ko, I started out with biking with my mountain bike friends. So mas chill na pace and all that. And yun lang, yung usual na route namin like Sumulong tapos Boso-Boso and then Teresa. So parang ayun yung first day ko. Yung next day ko naman was with Nikki naman and we weren't together yet that time pero she had a friend that wanted to bike for the first time outside her house and I was happy enough to accommodate them. So I ended up meeting her friend tapos nag-ride kami going to Alabang tapos hinatid ko pa si Nikki going back para lang makasulit ng Festive 500 na makadami ng miles.
You start in Parañaque.
Parañaque. So, parang pag Parañaque ka, automatic plus 20 kilometers if magmamakati ka at least or something like that. Kaya, hindi man siya bonus. Pero, dagdag miles, I guess. Pero medyo delik sa service road. Kaya,
Yeah. Okay, so that's day 2. And then day 3.
Day 3 naman, nag-city ride lang ako kasi I wanted to kind of chill with my friends naman na taga GH and I wanted to quote-unquote rest na lang siguro after doing 2 straight days of parang 100-kilometer ride. So parang eto chill pace lang to, city lang, no big expectations or far destination. So I want to take it easy lang with my friends and gano'n lang yung nangyari. And finally, yung last 2 rides ko, yung on my 4th day, nag-ano kami, Laguna Loop with my usual friends na parati kong ka-Laguna Loop. Tapos, on my last day, I ended up doing a share loop alone kasi parang camping kami ng sister ko. So, all in all, natapos siya in like 5 days, I guess.
Wow, that was very difficult. The 2 last rides na ginawa ni Bogart, Laguna Loop and Share Loop, I think those are 2 of the most difficult rides that, cyclists in Metro Manila can do. Kasi I think Laguna Loop, if you're doing it, it covers around 200 kilometers, I guess. And then yung Share Loop, maybe 100 to 150, but then it's very hilly. Tapos it's in the mountain, so medyo challenging. Hindi lang medyo, I think it's really, really challenging. So
Yeah,
wow,
it's
you
quite
survived.
challenging.
Congratulations. That's very hard, ah.
Thank you. Yeah, pero during that week kasi malaking advantage talaga yung Christmas season. So parang nakaka-excite lang mag-bike sa labas kasi parating less traffic and
Yeah,
kaya
walang traffic
sobrang
na.
G ko lang talaga mag-bike sa labas. Kaya nakakainganyo rin kasi minsan lang to.
And mas malamig, I guess. So mas madali.
Pero medyo bumabagyo ng panahon yun. Pero game
Oh
lang.
no. So Bogs, 500, you covered 500 kilometers or more?
I ended up doing with 600, 650. Mga ganun yung natapos ko.
Wow. And that was your first Festive 500?
Yeah. Yun yung first time ko mag-try mag-Festive 500.
And you did it with a road bike or a mountain bike?
Yung road bike ko, yung gravel bike na trek.
With your gravel bike. Eto naman si Ali, believe it or not, Bogs, she completed her Festive 500 with the fixed gear. Grabe,
Kaya nga,
wow.
nakita ko nga siya sa Odax na nag-Odax siya, 200 naka-fixie, tapos wala, lupit lang.
I saw you guys so many times. It was nice.
Pero lakas, grabe.
So, Ali, can you tell us your Festive 500 story last year? You did it with a fixie. Grabe, that was crazy, ah.
Yeah, that was fine. I tried to spread it out instead of, doing extra long rides. But yun lang, the timing, it's kind of inconvenient, right? Because it's on the holidays. So usually you're busy with family and all. And then at the time I had work then, so I had to squeeze it in after work or before work. I would do like 20 to 50 kilometers on a weekday. And then we did our Laguna Loop with Justin and Isa over there, big group.
I think it was a crazy 24-hour ride, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Yes,
I
that was
remember
it.
that ride.
It lasted 24 hours. It was insane. Yeah, it was raining the entire day, and I think we had 8 flats
no.
overall. Yeah, and that was one of the flats. It took a while to fix. So yeah, by the time we got home, we rode out at 4 a.m. We got back at 4 a.m. It was bad, but yeah.
Wild. That was wild.
Yeah.
Intense.
that was terrible. And then on my last day, I did an Angeles ride by myself on New Year's Eve, and yeah, that was basically how I completed 500.
So Bogart was starting in Parañaque. You started where?
Manila.
Manila.
In Manila City.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ang strategy ni Ali is that she spread it out kasi she has work and some family commitment. And then, she did 2 big rides, which is Laguna Loop and then a ride from Manila to Angeles, which is also a difficult ride. I think how many kilometers was that?
That was 160, I think.
Oh, no.
Kilometers.
But it's just mostly flats, no?
Oh, yeah, that was all
Bogart
flats.
did parang 4 big rides and 1 chill city ride, right?
Yeah, parang something like that.
So, Ali, it was your first time then?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was my first time completing the Rafa Festive.
Why did you take on the challenge? What urged you to get on this crazy cycling adventure?
I think a lot of my friends were also interested in it, and I was like, okay, sige, let's do it.
Gawin na natin to.
Yeah, and it was fun because you had other people to kind of do at least some of it with, and it was just a lot of community, and yeah, that was
to
nice.
share the fun and suffering.
Yes, exactly.
Ikaw, Bogs, why did you decide na okay, I'm gonna finish this Festive 500?
Wala lang, because I wanted to challenge myself in the first place na makakomplete ng Festive 500 despite having yung mga family celebrations and Christmas. And I saw it as an opportunity to like hang out with friends, yung mga hindi ko pa nakakabike in a while, and mag-ayayan for like a fun long ride, yung mga ganun. Kasi hindi naman parating nakaka-long ride mo all of your friends and there isn't always like time for that. So parang magandang vacation weekend mag-Festive 500 with your friends and try to do long rides with them. So ayun lang naisip ko with that.
Yeah. Ang ganda, no? It became a social activity then during the holidays with your cycling friends. I haven't done the Festive 500, but I'm planning to do it this year. So wish me luck. And at the same time, I want to know, what were your preparations? Bigyan nyo naman ako ng tips and ideas para I can prepare myself for this crazy challenge. What were the preparations you did last year? Did you research? I guess you already expect that it's going to be a mental ride and at the same time, a difficult one, di ba? What were the preparations? Ako so far, I changed tires, I checked my brakes, kung okay ba siya, made sure that the bike will be okay for long rides. So, yun pa lang so far. And Well, I'm still relying on some friends who are planning the routes tapos bahala na.
For me, I think scheduling is a key thing in doing the Festive 500, right? Kasi para hindi ka like kalat-kalat and malabo kung ano gagawin mo for today or tomorrow and the next day. Para lang alam mo yung parang yung mga family activities mo, and at the same time, so parang ayun yung parameters mo of doing a Festive 500 is like knowing your family schedule, what time you should be back, what time you should be at home. So those are like the basic parameters to have like Festive 500, I guess, in my setting. Pero yun, parang ay lang ang kailangan mo. Parang just know the schedule, plan it out right, and alamin mo lang kung saan ka pupunta, and basically just have like an itinerary throughout the week and throughout the days of those weeks.
So, Bogs, when did you schedule? Like, a month before? A week before?
Throughout the month of December. Like, nagpaplano na ako kung ano gagawin ko for that week, I guess.
Kasi you already know that you're
With
gonna
different groups of
participate.
friends. Yeah.
For
For
Bogs,
ano lang.
scheduling is an important part of his preparations. How about you, Ali?
Yeah, I agree with Bogart. And I think besides what he said, try to set aside rest days because, yeah, for sure there'll be some long ride, right, that you'll be doing. And you can't just keep going at times. So, what I did was make sure I had some rest days in between. And then just kind of account for that, like counting the kilometers and setting and planning routes ahead of time. That would like get the kilometer count up to 500. So yeah, just make sure you get rest days in. Very important. And yeah, I think it's a good idea to do it with friends just so that you have motivation. It's always easier to follow through with things when there's like people to do it with.
And with friends, parang parang may support ka from them, and they're the ones that really push you, and you at the same time parang you give back to them by, and then you help out each other, and so parang ayun yung maganda with group dynamics and riding with friends.
And it's just way funner having company.
Yeah, madami akong question about cycling with friends and cycling solo. Pero, I want to go back to the scheduling part. So, the challenge starts during Christmas Eve, December 24. Did
Correct.
you start right away? Kasi si Ali, di ba, she did it, she was still cycling during the last day.
Oh yeah. On Christmas Eve I commuted to home. I bike commuted, so I kind of counted that in.
Okay.
But then yeah, in Christmas I couldn't. I had family things, so I couldn't count that. But yeah, for me, usually I spend New Year's by myself, so I was able to have that day to bike.
Mhm. Hindi ka kinabahan, Ali, na baka hindi mo matapos kasi during the last day you're still doing the challenge.
Yeah. I actually got home. I thought I'd get home late, but I got home 10 p.m. So I was like, fuck. I could see all the New Year celebrations going
Oh
on.
no,
Everyone was
scary. Oo nga,
shouting.
with the
Yeah,
fireworks and all,
exactly.
di
And
ba?
I kept checking my time, my watch. Like, shit, am I gonna make it? But I made it
Baka
naman. But it was
maputukan ka
medyo,
on your
yeah.
way.
Yun yeah. Eh. But it was nice, huh? On the way back, it was just really cheery, and everyone was saying Happy New Year's.
While you're
Really,
cycling. Oh, that's nice.
yeah, it's lovely.
Ikaw, Bogart, December 24?
For me naman, usually like our family activities are either lunchtime or dinner naman. So parang I have the morning for myself to bike. So I usually start out really early, mga 5 or 6, nagbabike na ako para I can get home by dinner time or lunchtime. Kasama niya yung tambay doon with friends. So yun.
Oo nga, no? Tama. Pwede yan. So, we need to start early talaga para you cover more distance and then you can spend more time during the evening or afternoon with friends and family. So now, cycling with friends and cycling solo. I am pretty sure that, yeah, cycling with friends can be very helpful. Like, for example, in Ali's case, when they did the Laguna Loop, I think many of your friends had some bike problems. And some of them were not able to fix their bikes by themselves. So they needed help of other people. So parang strategic din siya na, okay,
Yeah, it's just safer then.
Yeah, during this ride, we have a mechanic or someone, someone with a sag, pwedeng ganun, di ba? So, Ali, can you tell us, ano nangyari nung Laguna Loop ninyo?
Around the Hala mark, it started pouring really hard. And then we were like, oh shit, should we go on?
How many kilometers in na yan?
70, 80?
Oh, wow, wala pa sa kalahati.
No. So we stopped by a restaurant first, and the rain let up. So we went on. And then it turned out it would continue to pour on and off the entire day. And then as we went, everyone just kept getting flat. I mean, like I think Justin got one major flat that took us 2 hours to fix, and then a few other friends got flats. It was just wild. And yeah, that was the main mechanical failure there. Just all flat. Some people got crunchy chains, right, because of the rain. And it was just at some point it just started being hard to pedal. So we were going pretty chill pace. Also because of the rain, it was kind of delix. At the time I was on a fixie, brakeless, so I would take the descents carefully, just because it's hard to skid when it's slippery. So yeah, just all around, it's the rain. It was the rain's fault. So we kept the chudder going on, and we had a mechanic with us. So that was helpful. Thanks, Eugene.
Then you did your solo ride during the last day. Was it difficult?
No, it was actually nice. I guess it was kind of more efficient, right? Because it's just me. And like pixies, you don't really get much mechanical failures. So I just kept going. I didn't really have any worries bike wise. It was just, I could take my time and kind of enjoy the scenery and shit. So that was nice.
At least, Ali, you know how to fix your bike whenever you get a problem.
Oh yeah, I think that's important if you're gonna solo ride, just knowing the basics. So you just feel safer going around, especially long distance.
How about you, Boggs? Your group rides, was it fun? Was it interesting? Was it challenging? May nag-away-away ba sa inyo? Ano mo yun? Many things can happen during a group ride, especially if it's a long one.
I think for us, yung biggest problems namin sa mga group ride are yung pag may nagbobonk or pag may napapagod. Tapos, we just need to support them. Or pag nagkaka-mechanical sila. So, when one has a mechanical, everyone has to stop and like fix the mechanical, asikasuhan yun. Pero it's a sense of like community and like nagtutulungan lang. Yung idea ko sa ganun, pag mga ganun bagay. That's why I like riding with friends. Kaya okay rin naman. Pero malaking bagay yung luck rin kasi because hindi rin parati nagkaka-aberya. Parang Laguna Loop nila, Ali, na parang 8 ata yung flats nun. Super lucky kami na walang nagka-flat. Malakas lang yung ulan pero we were able to make it safe naman and wala na disgrasya, and which was really thankful. We were really thankful for naman.
Ali did their Laguna Loop for 24 hours. Kayo, how many hours did you complete?
11 hours. 10.
No way.
Hello.
Grabe. Wild yung
Fuck's
adventure
sakes.
nyo na yun talaga.
That was wild.
Maraming kain na yun. Like, naka twice kami kumain. Mga ganun.
Yeah, mabilis
Jesus
lang din
Christ.
talaga siguro sila.
Yeah. It was really fun though.
So, Boggs, during your Sierra Madre ride, Sierra Loop, you said you plan to camp with your sister, with your family?
Yeah, ayun yung trip namin nun. And usually pag family events, hindi ako sumasabay sa kotse. Like, miski gano'n kalayo yan, ibabike ko yan. Miski Batangas pa sila, or miski kahit saan yung family vacation, basta hindi naman ganun kalayo. Like, siguro 200 kilometers yung sagad. But if it's bikeable going to that destination sa family vacation namin, I'd bike going there. And it's a nice time to bike alone and look forward to spending time with your family.
That's nice.
So that you bike solo?
Yeah, sa pag ganong instances. Like, yeah.
Yeah. So during your Sierra Loop, during that Festive 500 ride, you bike solo. So meron din pala kayong solo, meron din kayong group ride.
Kasama, parang friend ko rin sarili ko. So parang kasama yun sa group of friends. Hindi siya
Friend mo din yung sarili. Meron ka imaginary
You have
friend
to
na
spend
kaba.
time with
Tama
yourself
naman.
and like balance lang. Medyo.
Okay, 500 kilometers, it's a long one. What's the most difficult part of the challenge? Like for example, ako, I'll be doing it, 'di ba? What should I watch out for? Ano yung at least based on your experience?
Yeah, I guess the scheduling stuff is like the hardest part. And then just measuring how rested you are and how able you will be able to ride after any long ride. Recovery is important, right? So sometimes you might overestimate how rested you are or how well you feel after a long ride, and then you might not have accounted for that when you set the routes and plan the kilometers and all that. So suddenly your plan is like all in a disarray when you find out like shit, I need to take 2 days off instead of just the one day. Gotta keep an eye out for that. And also weather, you can never control the weather. So sometimes some days are just off because bad weather the entire day. So yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, I think tama si Ali dun na yung have a rest day rin and I guess know your own limits. Kasi alam mo naman kung gaano kadami kaya mo i-bike in a day or kung kaya mo pa mag-bike more. Basta wag mo lang pilitin like sarili mo until mag-bunk ka because like if you bunk or get too tired, it's harder to recover from that rather than like budgeting your efforts and energy throughout the week. So parang ganun.
Yeah. I guess if you're also doing a long ride, prepare some plan Bs. Like,
Yeah,
are you gonna
exactly.
be able to book a ride back home pag hindi mo na kaya, or kapag nasiraan ka, di ba? Or gonna call a friend.
Yeah.
Right.
Kasama rin yun like in biking and choosing your destination. Like I wouldn't bike a lot of times in like mga remote places kung saan walang mga vulcanizing. I'd rather bike sa mga like Laguna Loop. Maganda mag Laguna Loop kasi maraming mga cities nearby and kung masiraan ka, you'll just walk to like the nearest vulcanizing or
Yeah, there's like a vulcanizing shop every few
uh
kilometers.
it's not as remote as like mga Sierra Loop. Medyo remote yung Sierra Loop and like hassle, let's say masiraan doon. Yung mga ganun.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so di ba 500 kilometers? And let's admit it, sometimes it gets tiring na parang, should I still continue? I'm tired na kasi I did 200 kilometers. I'm physically exhausted. What kept you motivated? What kept you pushing through na parang, sige, tapusin ko na to?
I don't know, man. It's like, what the fuck? You don't get anything out of it. I guess.
Yeah, oo nga, parang
Oo nga, yun nga
You
pinapahirapan
eh.
din
really
ang
don't get
sarili
anything
ko.
out of it. There's no prize.
Hindi naman ako bibili ng Rafa jersey pagkatapos
Yeah, bragging
Yun
rights lang
lang.
yung
Yun lang yung
meron.
meron eh. Bragging
yeah.
rights lang talaga.
Pero kaya nga, yeah, it's nice to ride with friends kasi sila rin nakakainganyo mag-ride and to push through with completing a ride and like ganun, matapos ng Festive 500 kasi you're all in it together, I guess. Something like that.
Yeah, that's true. There's always the people I was with that motivated me. As long as they kept going, I could keep going.
Pero did you have that moment na parang, ayoko na, I quit, I don't wanna do this anymore?
Yeah, for sure. At the 24-hour loop, I wanted to sleep.
After the 24-hour Laguna
I was
Loop.
I was snapping at everyone at the end. Justin at one point was asking if we could stop at the 7-Eleven. I was like, huh? Fine. And I was really angry already at that point. I just wanted to get home and sleep. And so Isa approached me and she's like, oh, Isa, Ali, can we stop at the 7-Eleven? And I'm like, what? But we're at BGC already, and we're like, can't we just fine? And then she's like, okay. So we stopped, but I was really grumpy about it.
Oh no, baka maging mitsa pa yun ng pagkakaibigan. Maging away
Yun nga
pa.
eh.
Ikaw, Bogs, did you have that? Well, sobrang bike na bike ka naman talaga lagi. Pero did you have that feeling na, ayoko na, pagod na ako?
Well, hindi naman ganun, pero like minsan it's hard to pull yourself out of bed when you know you've started late na, I guess. When you've missed like 6 a.m. ganun. Tapos uminit na sa labas. Or pag mainit, sobrang nakakatamad magbike. Ganun lang talaga ayoko magbike. Whenever it's getting hot na and it's really breaking you down. So, yun lang naman.
Okay, so last year, okay, I have to take note of that just in case it rains. Kasi last year, maybe it's going to be the same with this year na baka may ulan-ulan. So, do you have any tips for people like me who will take on the challenge this year?
Magdala ng Ziploc. Malaking bagay mag-Ziploc. Pati, like, I
Yes.
guess, a windbreaker.
Ziploc is the way.
Ziploc and windbreaker. Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
Kasi it gets really cold pag malakas yung ulan. Pero pag Ziploc, it keeps your stuff like waterproof, like your phone from getting wet, mga ganun.
Yeah, tama. Just in case you need to book a Transportify or a Lalamove or a Grab,
Just in
diba?
case masyadong malakas yung ulan, madali lang makaka-text pa.
Yeah, tama. You have to protect your gadget. How about you, Ali? Meron ka bang tip for people like me?
Just the usual biking stuff. Bring tools, bring cash. Because if you're going far, usually cash is the way.
Tama, some other places doesn't have GCash or ATM.
Yeah, especially and if you're going to like go to a vulcanizing shop, you'll need cash. And also, if you're on Presta tubes, you might need one of those adapters because usually they use Schrader to inflate. So yeah, bring one of those adapters, and I think that's it. Be with friends. Always try to be with friends. It's just safer.
Will you be taking the Festive 500 challenge this year?
I don't know. Depends
Ako,
the work.
I've decided not to because I wanted to spend time with family and I won't be in Manila. So, I won't have my bike with me.
So hindi ka makapag-Festive 500 this year.
Yeah, it's a time for family and rest siguro. So
last year for bike.
And nagawa ko na so okay lang. Like,
Yeah.
I would have wanted to do it again though.
Well, you did Audax many times.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and maraming Audax pa next year. So, tuloy lang. Yeah. May next year pa.
Ikaw, Ali.
Yeah, same train of thought. I did it already. So I might just time for rest and family then time for friends.
Or perhaps join some friends who will do it kahit one ride lang, diba?
Yeah, that din.
Ayun. So, Ali and Boggs, thank you very much for sharing your Festive 500 stories. Actually, ang dami kong natutunang tips that I will take and will note for my ride.
Good luck, Lester. You got this.
Oh, good luck.
End of the year. Oo nga eh.
Kaya yan. Sobrang kaya yan. Kaya mo yan.
Saan mo plano pumunta or like may mga destinations ka na in mind?
Well, so far, nakakatawa nga kasi you were telling about scheduling and I don't have any schedule yet except for one, which is I plan to do the Laguna Loop. So, 200 kilometers na yun.
Shit.
And then the rest, I haven't planned anything yet. So, sinasabi nila to do Bulacan Loop, Bulacan trip kasi it's mostly flat. So, it's quite easier and it's not that tiring. So, I can still use some energy in the rest of the days. Baka mag-Bulacan din ako. Pero, yun nga eh, nakakatawa. I haven't planned anything yet. So, I need to schedule. So, thank you for reminding me.
Pero okay lang yan. Medyo next week pa naman eh. So, like, yeah.
Yeah, I still have a few days left to plan. So, and maybe city rides, just hang out. And, pero, sana hindi ako tamarin. But now that I mentioned that I'm going to do it, so, parang ano na rin to. What do you call this? This is like commitment statement that I need to finish it. Kundi mapapahiya lang ako sa mga listeners natin.
dapat makatapos. Hindi, joke lang. Tingnan natin next week.
I will try my best and I will credit you for that achievement, if ever.
Oh, but the try is, better
Maybe if you can finish it naman. Kaya mo yan.
Yeah, kaya yan.
Thank you. And yeah, thank you, Ali and Boggs, for joining me in this episode of the podcast. It was really helpful, and I hope our listeners were able to pick up some points for their Festive 500.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Sana okay naman mga nasabi ko.
Yeah, Salamat again, Ali and Boggs. And to those who are listening, I hope magkita-kita ulit tayo sa susunod na episode ng Tambike Session.